Voice of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Big up, happy Sunday. It is the end of the weekend, unfortunately. We did not get all 3 points at Goodison, unfortunately. But hey, how are you doing? Welcome. Episode number 148 of the Immaculate Series, also known as the Untitled Series. And as you know, got to do our check-in. Checking on the vibes from the day after. Day after we dropped 2 points away to Everton. Look, I'm still pretty disappointed, if I'm honest. I still feel as though if we could see that thing out, it might be a little bit better vibes today. But you know what? We move. Big ups to everyone who was here waiting. I do apologize for being late. I was over there getting fucking cooked by all those clowns. So there we are. But hey, big up to everyone who is here. Let me say hello. Let me check in and see who's here. Big up Jazz Fusion, the first YouTube chat member in the house, says the league isn't stupid. You're getting figured out and you still refuse to face the facts. Play the way you want, but late in games you need to be more situationally aware to get the lead over the line. Now we'll talk about it. We kind of did talk about it yesterday throughout the entire time. But big up Donovan says keep waffling. We're top 5 in a rebuild year with limited players, 6 months into a project, might I add. We are on course to do just fine. Big up Donovan. Doesn't say you're a YouTube chat member, but I know you are usually frequent flyer. But big up, talking beer, I see in the house. T-Bag is here. Hello, Jazz Fusion. Wayne Bonner says, howdy, everyone. I hope you're all well and had a great weekend. Big up, Wayne Bonner. I did. I had a great weekend outside of waking up at 4:30 in the morning to end up getting a draw. But you know what? That's sometimes the way that things roll. Big up Chris Peters says, big up Jacob. Vicario needs to be stronger. Romero or Richie needs to protect him more, learn from the mistakes, take out silly corners and free kicks around the box. Good point there. Very good point. Let's see who else is here. Chris Peters says, Udogie gives away a lot of silly corners. Well, he wasn't at fault for that set piece giveaway. That was Kulusevski. So we all give away silly things. I think as a whole, we give away too much. We'll get into it, though. Big up Just a Harmless Potato says, good morning from Australia, good afternoon, America, and good evening, Europe. Big up Just a Harmless Potato. How you doing? There is no 6-month badge for members. Interesting. I thought I did put one, but I'll sort something out. I'm going to try and make some more little emoticons and a little bit more stuff like that, so we'll sort that out. Big up Sidanza. Says, hi, Jacob and everyone. Big up. How you doing? Big up to Tot Spurs. Says, big up Jacob and all. Come on, you Spurs. Big up Jazz. Rowan Kumar's here. Says, big up. Richie deserved to be the cover photo of your thumbnail today. He did, but we'll use it again. Well, we'll use some of those photos. I just liked kind of the energy from Vicario in that photo. And also, there's a lot of things to talk about in regards to those set pieces. And is it his fault? Should he have been stronger? Is it our set piece setup? These different things that we would need to look at. I don't know what the answer is yet. Honestly, maybe we can find it together. Maybe we can. Maybe it's just more we need to move on. But look, there is a poll in the chat right now asking how are the vibes now 24 hours removed from Everton and Spurs. 40% says still irked about the late game management. 38% says have to move on to Immaculate soon. We kind of do have to. 15% says I blame Ainge and the players still. Fair enough. And 7% says I'm a rival fan who's enjoying the drop. And if you are enjoying the drop, hey, as long as you're happy, right? I'm not, but we'll move. We will move. Van de Veen best in show. Van de Veen was quite something yesterday, much to my delight. Yes, I was late, Panda Ball. I apologize. Big up, Jacob. Look on the bright side. Despite dropping 2 points, we are a point closer to the top. That is one way to look at it, but I don't see it good enough. Unfortunately, it is 2 drop points, in my opinion, rather than a point gained away from home. Good morning, David Shear. How are you doing? Big up to you, my friend. Nawaf says, smash the like button. That's a Chelsea fan. Big up. How are you doing? Drop a like. Drop a like. Yes, yes. Barry and Chris Peters, good day. There's Hassam. He can't wait to just laugh at us, but there he is. Big up to Richard Evans as well, another Chelsea fan in the house. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Irritated but not surprised. Yeah, I'm still irritated. I also would say I'm not surprised either, because the entire time I was saying during the watch along, we got to go out there and get that third goal, or else they're going to sneak it behind us. And guess what they did? This is Football says it's Jacob's fault. He wanted to cook sod. That's just the easy cooking. That's a microwavable meal right there. Big up David Shear every single time. Big up Cursor. Big up George. Happy Destiny Udogi year. Yes, we still have that going for us. Luckily, right? Still got Destiny Udogi on our team, which I thought he was meh yesterday. I didn't think he was that good, but I didn't think he was that bad either. I just thought in the general whole we weren't good enough. Luca, big ups Jacob at the chat. Big up Luca. Nitz says big up Spurs trophy cabinet. Wasn't that sweet? Very nice. Daniel Sandoval, one love. Big up. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs indeed. Yanis Rubelis says big up Jacob Chewy in chat. Buy Devoed from that game. I don't know what that means, but keep doing that. Jules, hello. Good evening to you all the way in the UK. Hope you're doing well, Jules. Big up to Steve THFC Collins from Melbourne, Australia. Big up. How you doing? Good morning, I should say. It's already Monday morning for you, so hopefully you're kicking the day's ass and the day's not kicking your ass. Big up Steve Collins. Always good to see you here. Baloo says, what's up, Jacob? I'm still not happy with the Everton result. We should have got that 3 points. We absolutely should have got them 3 points. Just another case of us fumbling the bag, so to speak. Well, you know, there's a lot of parts about it that like really bug me. I just felt like we kind of took our foot off the pedal there for a little bit. And then also in the 89th minute, there's a moment where the ball falls to Brian Hill and he just fucking boots it to their back line. And this is when we're up 2-1 still, and I feel like I'm watching it right now. I'm not going to put it on the screen cuz I don't want to get copyright, but like it's a lot of that match was fucking bouncing off head to head, and it would just like second ball always fall into them. Anytime we cleared it, it would fall to them. We may have got Sean Dyche. That might have been what happened. Big up Jamie Gitz. Big up Jacob. My two takeaways: Vicario was targeted in corners where Richarlison showed some quality and is making me come around to him. That'll be something to talk about as well. Richarlison, obviously, that is 9 and 8, if I'm not mistaken. He can't stop scoring. That second goal too, that's a shot that I haven't seen Richarlison make for us at all. So to see him take the shot from outside the box, nice little pass there from James Maddison, that was nice to see. Yeah, Sam wasn't laughing at me today, don't you worry. He wasn't laughing at me, don't you worry. Scott M is here. Big up Scott M. Says, good afternoon, Jacob. I hope you're doing well. Richie is a bitch. Well, that's how you feel about Richarlison. He got the brace. I thought he was going to get that hat trick, but he did not, unfortunately. Big up Chewy in the house. Says, sorry I'm not here today, guys. Yeah, he didn't want to come in here. He wanted to hang out in the living room for whatever reason. Big up Chewy every single time. Oh, says, a bit devastated. That's what you meant to say. Big up Yanis. I'm still a bit devastated about it as well. I don't know about devastated as much as I am upset about it. But look, I've got something here that I did want to show y'all. We were talking about Richarlison a little bit. 1 goal in 27 Premier League games last year. In September of 2023, he says, I'm sure I'll get a good run at Tottenham and make things happen again. I will continue to focus on the club. The storm has passed. Now in February 2024, Richarlison has now scored 9 goals in his last 8 games. Is he turning it around, or is this just the purple patch? That's kind of my first general question, because honestly, I kind of said it on the football terrace in regards to Richarlison. Like, this run of form doesn't necessarily make me feel like we don't still need to search for a number 9 in the market. But at least let's see if he can keep doing it. I need to see this over 20 matches. It's been 8 games. That's fantastic. But if he can't do it for more than 8 games, then that's a purple patch. We need this purple patch to be elongated. I don't know what the best way to say it is, but if he can I mean, how many more fucking games are even left? Let me do the math real quick. We have played 23 matches, so there's still another 15 matches. So 15 plus 8, that's more than 20. So let's see this. Let's see if he continues to do this. I don't want to get too like, oh, we're so good now because Richarlison's here. He's going to supplement. I think he's done good at getting into positions. He's done good at finishing those chances when they do fall to him. But again, if he can score more goals like that second goal, then you know what? I might talk a little bit differently. But, we'll move. Hey, big up, Ren. Good to see you in the house, Ren, every single time. Toxic Headshot says, I'm not worried. As long as we win our home games, we'll be up there. Watch Arsenal drop points at West Ham. I'm not convinced by Arsenal. I know they won today versus Liverpool, but let's be honest, Liverpool looked like shit. They gifted them that win. Even when Arsenal gifted them a goal, which Saliba got absolutely bodied by the smallest winger in the league. When they do that, it's hard to take them real serious anyway. But, yeah. Yana says, I don't get why Brennan Johnson started. Sarr didn't start with Bentancur. Why was Hill even put on the pitch? Look, Brian Hill is seeing Brian Hill out there. I really was disappointed with it, honestly. Like I said, there's a clip. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm on this window, actually. But there is a clip that I was looking at. It's just like, in a moment when we needed to control the ball, in a moment when we just needed to see out a result, Brian Hill just boots it. He clears the ball, and I really don't understand what he was thinking in that moment. Now, if you're wondering what clip I'm talking about, you can go to I just repost it. So if you go to my Twitter, you'll see me repost it. But again, the ball's kind of 50-50. Brian Hill flips it up. He has it. There's maybe 5-7 yards between him and the next man. And instead of taking a touch or going backwards with it, he just fucking clears it. And it falls straight to a defender. And Richarlison tried to go after it, but like Brian Hill, I'm starting to really wonder, like, what does he even do? Like, what does he do exactly, Brian Hill? Yeah, I don't know why Hill even made an appearance, to be completely honest. Big up Mount Everest. Big up. Soul Sniper Gaming says crazy substitutions. And then Jazz Fusion says not too many not good enoughs on the roster. I would agree. Yeah, Twitch is not as strict, but Twitch also don't. YouTube is the one that pays me money. Twitch don't, so I gotta abide by the YouTube laws. But this here says Richarlison has now scored the same amount of Premier League goals this season as Callum Wilson and Mikel Antonio combined. So isn't that quite fun? While they were laughing, my man was getting surgery, seeing a therapist for his mentals, and guess what? Now he ends up having more goals. You know what else? It was fun. Bukayo Saka scoring today. Now he equals Richarlison on goals. And I know the Arsenal fans will go, "Oh, you're comparing a winger to a striker," but whenever the shoe's on the other foot, it's always funny how the narratives will swap and switch in that instance. But look, just to keep talking here about Richarlison, like, I don't think that this run of form makes me believe that we've replaced Kane. Makes me believe that we've found like the true piece going forward. But I hope it continues. I hope that he continues to keep scoring goals, because the longer he can do that, the longer it's good for us. But at the end of the day, bro could have just hit the pigeon for me one time. I mean, I know you're at Everton. You used to play there, etc. But maybe they wanted to see the pigeon, right? Maybe they want to see the pigeon. Lack of controlling games is really costing us. Need sorting out ASAP. Now, it's an interesting topic, and I do agree, Louis K., that the reason why I do agree that we need to sort that out. But the reason why is why I'm struggling with. Is that a management thing? Is that a substitution? Is that personnel? Is that a tactic thing? Like, I don't think Ainge tactically said, "Hey, Brian Hill, when we're trying to control the ball and see it out, I need you to just fucking kick it." I don't know. That's just me. But obviously everyone likes to take a dunk on us when we're down. So I also want to share this a little bit. It says Spurs have now conceded 8 goals in the 90th minute this season, the most out of any Premier League side. And I started this because I thought it was interesting, just the narrative that they're trying to push on us now. Because it is pretty misleading that 3 of those 8 goals have led to us dropping points in any manner. 2 versus Wolves and 1 of them today. So that's 4 points that we've dropped out of these 8 goals conceded in the 90th minute. So I don't think that. Do yourself a favor and look at Richie's TikTok. I've been having people sending me a bunch of stuff. I think you sent me something from his TikTok, Ren. But big up Derek Smith. Lack of controlling set pieces is the biggest problem. Defensively on set pieces, we were absolutely atrocious. Both of the outside of Brentford, the last 3 goals we've conceded have been set pieces outside of Brentford. FA Cup was a corner to yesterday. I almost said today. Yesterday was 2. Look, clearly they know the problem, right? We, as fans, as rivals, as neutrals, I think we can all assess and say, look, we don't think on set pieces that we're near good enough at all. Honestly. What's that text message? Look, I also started this. This is the part that I really wanted to talk about here because this guy kind of makes me real mad.
I wouldn't.
This guy who asks Ainge questions, the guy on the left right here. This isn't the first time he's done it, but when we lose or we drop points, he's always like, "Oh, but you got a point, right? That's good." Like, I want y'all to listen to this question. Let me make this so it's more viewable. Maybe this is better. Let me take this comment down.
And I think before the game, you'd probably think the point at Goodison's a good point.
He says, I think before the game, you would probably think that a point at Everton away is a good point.
But with the way it panned out, I'm guessing otherwise.
But with the way it panned out, I'm guessing otherwise. I want y'all to listen to that again.
And I think before the game, you'd probably think the point at Goodison's a good point, but with the way it panned out, I'm guessing otherwise.
I wouldn't.
I know he's Spurs Club media. I know. But, like, can you just... Bro, read the room. I don't think anyone's walking away from that like, that's probably a good point, right? Before the game, you'd probably say it's a good point. No, before the game, we'd say all 3 points, we want to fucking win. I don't think before the game, at any point, I would say anyone that I go to that, oh, it's a good point if we just get a point. We should have won against Arsenal. We walked away with a point. We could have won versus City, walked away with a point. We could have won versus United at Old Trafford, got away with a point. And now we're saying a point at Everton away is a good point. I don't get it. To me, this is the shit that people get upset. When they get upset about me lowering the standards, they need to get upset at this guy who works for Tottenham lowering the standards. Because this is a guy directly influencing what's fucking happening. And this isn't the first game. This is not the first game where he's come out and been like, oh, that's all right, right? You know, it was a good game. That was okay. just fucking something about this question don't sit right with me. And notice Ainge Postecoglou's answer to this question, okay? Because I don't think he likes it either. This isn't the first time that Ainge has kind of not really liked the way that these questions are formed. Like, hey, I know we just, fucking bottled it, but it's okay, right? Is how I read this question, and that fucking pisses me off.
And I think before the game, you'd probably think the point at Goodison's a good point, but with the way it panned out, I'm guessing otherwise.
I wouldn't.
So I know I paused it again right before Ainge spoke, but I want y'all to hear Ainge's point. But again, a point away at Everton's a good point. What the fuck are we doing?
I'm guessing otherwise.
I wouldn't never say point's a good point. We're trying to win games of football, and
I never would say a point is a good point. We're trying to win games of football. You fucking guy.
yeah, disappointing not to do that today, particularly conceding so late, I guess. But ultimately we just got to cop that on the chin.
So you can see Ainge is fucking pissed. And this guy's like, oh, point on the road. That must be all right. And he says, no. Yeah, I know, bro. My production's like not going well. All right, Bald Bean, I'm sorry. I paused it because I want y'all to hear his point, and then I took it away. Hey, big up Shamu. Good to see everyone in the house. Big up Beyond 72. I see you. Mudang. All rival fans, hit the likes up. It's free. Yeah, make sure you are hitting a like. There's over 100 people across all 3 platforms. Make sure you are hitting a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Absolutely free. But let's see what else Ainge had to say here.
What were your thoughts on the performance and the game in general?
Yeah, look, it's not an easy place to come and try and play sort of fluently. For the most part, I thought we handled it okay. Lost a little bit of composure in the first half. Second half, I thought we played some decent stuff, created some good chances. Probably needed a third goal just to kill them off because, in the last 10 minutes, everything's going to go their way, and it did. And, we had to deal with it. Unfortunately, we didn't deal with the last one.
It seemed
Big up Sean with Spurs Talk Show. Says lullaby me, Jacob. If I was still not kind of upset about these 2 points, I would lullaby you. I really like the way I wanted this weekend to go was us to be level on points with Arsenal because it would be fun to banter him about that. It's just me. I will better give it 2 points Everton rather than lose 3 points. Well, yeah, we would all prefer that, but like we had the 3 points. When the fucking 90 minutes was up, we had the 3 points. Excuse me, I think they scored in the 88th minute, I think is what it was. Sorry, my earbud's dying here. That's just not good enough. Scott M says the reporter has a point. The reporter has a point, though, with the team we put together and a manager we chose aside. A point should be looked at as fine. We need to raise the level of both so that isn't the case anymore. I think there's nothing wrong with the manager. I think some of the players just not good enough. Again, when you start a match with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, we have the last time we won with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in the starting lineup was against Fulham. Brennan Johnson not good enough. I thought Timo Werner not good enough. Bentancur, I thought he was not good enough. Kulusevski, I thought he was very much not good enough. He came on and he was the reason why we conceded that set piece. And before that, Brian Hill just booting it into the abyss. These players that come on are not good enough. I don't think it's a problem with the manager, though. Scott, I understand your shotgun approach here, but I just think it's a little misguided aimed at Postecoglou. Ainge, we bottled that, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Why are you so upset about the media guy? I don't get it. He is disappointed too and tries to make it easy on Ainge. I don't think that's what he was doing at all. I don't think that's what he was doing at all. I think he was just trying to say it's okay that we got a point.
And I think before the game, you'd probably think a point at Goodison's a...
Before the game, you'd think a point away at Everton is a good point. That doesn't have anything to do with us bottling it. Like, he starts it off by saying a point away at Everton would be a good point. The problem is there. A point away at Everton is not. And Ainge directly refutes that same thing. He says, we're not out here to get a point. We're trying to win the fucking game, guy. We won all 3 points. Before the match, a point would be good. I don't like that mindset. That mindset to me is this complacency, this allowing of a fucking point away at Everton. And at least Ainge goes against it. That's my point in bringing this up. I'm not I'm angry at what this media guy symbolizes and stands for, which is accepting a fucking draw when we should have won. To my understanding, Everton are not a Big Six side. I understand they have 10 points deducted, and their table positioning may not reflect. But even with those 10 points they were deducted, they're still a mid-level table team. There's no excuses for me. I don't. I just don't like it. I just don't like it personally. Big up Alexandra Castro. Big up Mile High Hotspur. How you doing? Benny Guys here says, check out this movie by Al Pacino. Any given Sunday, you will know what I mean. Lucas says he's just following his job instructions from Levy to dampen down expectations among the fan base. See, I don't know. This sounds a little tinfoil hat conspiracy, but I don't know that you're wrong. How am I going to prove you wrong? He opens up the question saying, a point of Everton away before the match, you'd say it's a good point. Yeah. Well, they scored in the 94th. Okay, it was Man City that scored in the 88th minute. That's when it was. So we did go over 90 minutes we ended 90 minutes with all 3 points. So to me, it is a failure when you walk away and in stoppage time you don't get to leave with all 3 points. Much like we did when we were up 3-0 versus West Ham under the Jose era, and they came back and took a point, and we say, oh, well, at least we got a point. I don't feel that. We should have not fucking allowed that to happen. It's unfortunate. Big up Mape and Praisel. I came here on Ainge's back, so a big fan. Big up. When will Ainge realize Højbjerg is useful to hold on to a lead, not to get control of a game and impose our game? That's a good point here, Soul Sniper Gaming. I mean, again, Højbjerg skip, pick your poison. Sarr clearly wasn't fit enough to start the match. So he had a really tough decision to make. Do you want Højbjerg or do you want Skip? And I would say most want neither. But that's me. Okay, about to start. Smash the TV. Hey, smash the likes. Big up. We ain't Man City after all. Got to spend big to get influences, and yet our club model is buy low, sell high. Never buy real decent, ready to go. Talent's very frustrating. I see your frustration there, especially now that the window's closed. What else y'all saying? Yeah, I don't think he slept well after that. Barry Shuttleworth, play the next bit again, the second bit of his question.
Goodison's a good point, Ange, and I think before the game you'd probably think the point at Goodison's a good point, but with the way it panned out, I'm guessing otherwise.
I wouldn't.
I don't know what.
I'm guessing other.
The main thing that I take away from this as a positive is Ainge's response, not to be like, yeah, well, yeah, we did get a point. We had. He's said we play to fucking win the game. You play to win the game. All right, you play to win the game.
Guessing otherwise.
I wouldn't never say point's a good point. We're trying to win games of football, and
trying to win games of football, Millsy, whatever your name is. I hate these questions, man. Sometimes it just comes with the dumb questions. And that's what I'm talking about. When people come into my chat and they say, oh, Jacob, you're lowering the standards of your club. Bro, I'm not the guy with a fucking Tottenham Hotspur mic cover asking the gaffer questions. That's my point. Stop pausing it. I already played it, though. The reporter's basically saying we should have won. But again, I want to move on from this, but he is saying before the match, you'd probably say a point away at Goodison is a good point. That's a problem. Regardless of him trying to say, oh, but, based on today, maybe it could have been different. That's the part that bothers me.
And, yeah, disappointing not to do that today, particularly conceding so late, I guess. But, you know, ultimately we just got to cop that on the chin.
What were your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why I was scrolling down on that one. Yeah, not the most happy, I'd say, with that. I'm gonna unbookmark that. What else do I have here? Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still pretty disappointed. I think we should have been able to get them 3 points. But look, the vibes from the day after are not as immaculate as I would have hoped. But honestly, I have to be honest. Like, I can't just get up here and lie. I have to be honest about how I feel, and it just wasn't good enough. I gotta see better. And that's the thing, is like, I feel like when I get up here and then people say, oh, you know, you're this or you're that, or other people go on their platforms and talk about the type of fan that I am, it's just like, I don't ever go into it like that'd be a good point away. Fucking Everton. I don't know. And like, Derek, I appreciate you always being here, but tell me to chill. Result is what it is. No. I don't get. I do this channel to save my fucking peace. And maybe I did get out of the wrong side of bed. But maybe if we would have gotten the full 3 points, I would have gotten out the right side of bed. I'm trying to understand where the problem is. Is it in our coaching setup, our tactics on our defensive set pieces? Or is it our players, mentality-wise, at the end of matches, crumbling? We're a point closer to the top of the league. No, we're not. The league, I don't subscribe to that. And I don't like this. Now we have to go for a top 4. I just, top 4 don't mean much to me, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, we get top 4, it means the same thing. The same thing to me. Big up Craig. Chewy, I hear him crackling and lackling out there in the damn hallway. So I'm saying set pieces, we can score off set pieces, but we also get done up by set pieces. It's very annoying. That's just so annoying. I guess that's why I'm annoyed today. Because I'm like, it's an annoying way to drop 2 points. These annoying questions after the match to our manager, and you can tell he's annoyed as well. Jacob, are you Ainge out yet? No, I'm not. Of course I'm not. I think to be Ainge out is fucking crazy, in my opinion. How could you be Ainge out? How? How could anyone as a Spurs fan say they're Ainge out at this point? I haven't seen one yet. If you're in the chat and you're Ainge out, please let me know why. But there's no way. I don't believe it. Just you with the cringy ass manager too. Oh, I think you're talking about Arteta, the meat gobbler. Potato says it's not the media guy's fault we dropped 2 points. Let's see if you got the same energy when we talk about Romero, FE. When we talk about Romero, what? Romero trying to clear a ball and not getting the right amount of hit on it, and Braithwaite being in the right position? Outside of that one mistake, I thought Romero had a very good game. I thought defensively, all of his challenges, that he was doing very well. He was heading the ball very well. Just a mistake there at the end. That is what it is. Again, like with the goals at Brentford, when people said, oh, it's Romero's fault, he didn't step off, or he did step off when he should have played the man and not played the space in between the man and the pass. And I disagreed. I said that I think that Romero did the right thing there because Mickey Van de Ven was catching up. So I don't understand what you mean. Let's see if I got the same energy when we talk about Romero. Like, Romero being forced into that set piece, the way you prevent that from happening is not giving a foul away in that area. The way you prevent that from happening is controlling the ball. Those are not things that I blame Romero for. I blame him for not getting under the ball enough and heading it on, but it wasn't an own goal. Rivals are going on like it is an own goal. It's not an own goal. That's just people wanting to talk shit. And again, when it comes to Romero, I always fight back against the agendas that are out there that I believe to be unfair against him, that are unfair representations of him and the way that he plays. So again, when we look at the goals in which people in the last 2 matches have attributed to Romero's fault, bro, where I attribute blame is not letting that even happen in the first place. Udogie doesn't give that ball away there, then now we're not in a position where you have to either play the space or play the man or play the ball. Kulusevski doesn't go and give a stupid fucking challenge. Watch a challenge back. It was a horrible challenge. It was unnecessary. No need for it. And then before that, go back to Brian Hill in the 88th minute when we need to just control the ball. And he's just 7 yards between him and this man, 10 yards between him and this man, and he fucking hoofs it to the back line. That's not Romero's fault either. I mean, maybe it's his fault by proxy because he's the captain and he should have said, hey, Brian Hill, be a better fucking footballer. I don't know what you want me to hold the energy. Like, I'm upset with this guy's way of phrasing because it feeds into that conspiracy. Like Luca 14 said, this guy's employed by Levy. He's trying to lower expectations. Now, if that's true or not, I'm not gonna comment if it's true or not. But my point in saying is this guy saying a point away at Everton is probably a good result shows me where the expectations are for him. And that's dog shit. That's unacceptable. Because I get shitted on. I get clipped. And people talk all this shit to me. Oh, Jacob, you're lowering the expectations of your club. If you had more ambitions, then y'all would act differently. This guy's actually employed by the club. He can actually directly affect the way that we are seen and the way that we go about business. That's why I'm so frustrated. Not necessarily with like him specifically, but with this whole fucking like overarching problem of fans blaming fans and creators blaming other creators. Like I have some say in what we do. Like if I'm asking Ainge the question, I'm saying, why are we giving away that set piece there? Why is Kulusevski fouling in that moment? And then why aren't we set up defensively better on that set piece? Why isn't Brian Hill controlling that ball there in the 88th minute? Why is he hoofing it? Is that a tactical? Is that something you tell them to do? And why on corners does Vicario not get any help in that first half? These are the questions I'm going to ask. Not, oh, a point away at Goodison's probably a good point, right? That is the part that bugs me from this media guy. It's not his fault we dropped 2 points, but this mentality, this acceptance of shit is the problem. And I'm sorry if I'm not like happy about it. I still look at it like that was our fault. There's no one to blame but us. And then the opening question that they put out on their social media is a point away at Goodison's not really a bad. You probably look at it before and say that's fine. And that's the problem. We shouldn't ever look at going away to anybody and saying a point is fine. And that's what Ainge says in his first answer. Mason is in charge of set pieces. If that's true, that's a sad state of affairs. Mason is, I don't know. I don't know Mason is our set piece guy. A point away at any team fourth from the bottom is never good enough. Again, even if you give them the 10 points to better reflect what they're a mid-table side. A point away at a mid-table side is not good enough. Not if we're trying to have these dreams and aspirations that I want to have. Big up, Jacob. You have every right to be pissed off. Throwing away 2 precious points in the last minute hurts. Yeah, I'm not over it yet. In my opinion, it's a little bit of everything, Jacob. Tactics, players' mistakes, and no quality still on our bench to put these teams to the sword. It will come in good time. Still early days. I agree with this. I do think all the blame needs to be shared. Tactically, why did we set up this way to see this? Mentality-wise, why are they allowing this to happen? Why are they committing those stupid fouls, not retaining the possession? And then when we bring on players, they're just not good enough. I agree. I agree. Big up Derek Smith says, all us Spurs supporters wanted to win. We're all disappointed, but you being annoyed isn't going to alter the result. As I said, it's a set piece problem. You're right, but I'm just venting. This is my therapeutic time, Derek, where I get up here and I either big up the lads or I complain. And right now I need to complain because it wasn't good enough. And I don't appreciate the reporter allowing us to just say our standards are getting a point at Goodison Park is good. He says before the match, you would say a point at Everton away is a good point. That is the problem. That is a problem, not the problem. That is a problem. Scott M is Ainge out. I don't believe that he is. I don't believe he really is. Are you not focusing your anger at the wrong person? I'm focusing my annoyance at him because it's annoying. And I think it's part of the problem. Yeah, for sure. Gooner, Ainge out, roll back those red knights. Yeah, I know Gooners would be in here saying Ainge out. Scott M says, no, he's not Ainge out. Under Levy, doesn't matter who the manager is, so no point in sacking him. If we had proper ownership that wanted to win, I would be, he says. So there he is. Ainge I respect, but he didn't prove anything in the Premier League, says Benny. Don't care about managers, says Jazz. All just Jags. It's all about the players. I don't know what JAG stands for. Jacob, Spurs not winning the title need 3 more wins than City or Liverpool. That's very unlikely, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree, Soul Sniper. Like, I legitimately never really thought we were going to go on to win the title. But I always like to dream about it. And I feel like this result just makes that dream seem like a fantasy, like a fucking something. I need more, man. I need more. Street says Romero is a spicy Mustafi. What a fraud, Street. You are such a fraud. Ricardo Rodriguez need Jordan to beat Korea Tuesday, then play the full team Saturday. I'm rooting for Korea to win it all, personally. I want Son to win it all. He ain't gonna win a fucking trophy with us this year. He may as well go on and win something. Let the man win. Ainge's remit was clear. Improve us. He's been a massive success. No serious person is Ainge out. Big up Barry Shuttleworth. I agree with you, man. I may be upset with whatever, but I'm not Ainge out. Why would I ever be Ainge out like at this juncture? Now next year, if we go through the summer and we're like continuing to get him a lot and get in his players and he keeps signing more Brennan Johnsons and saying those are his number 1 pick, then the expectations will be higher for Postecoglou. But his number 1 pick he got without a preseason and threw him right into the deep end, and you know, it is what it is there, I guess. Derek Smith says Postecoglou first season at Brisbane Roar finished 9th. Next season he won it all. I hope we don't finish 9th, but I hope next season we can go on to win it all. Equal blame with Richie and Vicario for equalizer, says Soul Sniper. Why Richie? What did Richie do wrong for the equalizer? Yana says the problem is that our window of home games and we don't got our shit together, we're going to struggle. And the fucking Seagulls are next. Oh my God, I forgot that we have the Seagulls next. I hate those Seagulls so much. And they just had an emphatic win, I think. Who did they play? They stomped somebody. I don't remember who. Oh, Crystal Palace, I think, is who they beat the shit out of. Damn Seagulls. If Romero hadn't headed the ball away, Everton players would have headed the ball, so it's 50-50. The way I see things, Spurs problems, no matter who's been in charge, they keep putting the same rhetoric. We are improving and progressing, frustrating. A point at Everton is a good thing, right? Right, Benny guy? A point at fucking Everton is a good thing. When is a point away at Everton a good thing? You want to be a fucking big club? You go and stomp these places at their own ground. We go and do what we can do and what I've seen us do. This guy tickled Jacob's journalistic integrity G-spot. That's a good comment. That's a good comment there. I like that one. You know it's all about the W. Everything else is complete bullshit. Thank you, Jazz Fusion. I'm about green dubs. All right? I'm not about a point away at Everton. I'm about green dubs. I need us to get green dubs. Playing in the crap kit doesn't help either. It's a cappuccino kit, Roy. It's the cappuccino kit. I love the cappuccino kit. It wasn't the kit's fault that we gave away that free kick. It wasn't the kit's fault. Chris Peters says, I'm seeing teams scoring 4 goals against teams. Luton, Brighton. I want to see us kick into gear. I agree, Chris Peters. Once we have Son, I think we'll be banging in more goals, of course, but we need to do more. If we would have gotten that third, that fucking game is dead. They would kill the game off immediately. Jacob, if he asked those questions, he'd be out of a job before the next game. If he asked, all I want is him to ask, why did Brian Hill do this? And why did Kulu do that? You know? That's my question. Not a point away at Everton. It could be good. But, you know, maybe not today, but it could be good. I don't buy that, man. A point at Everton, how's that good? Maybe that was the plan all the time, to give Ainge opportunity to say we want to win every game. Maybe he is playing 5D journalistic chess, but this isn't the first time he says some lame shit like this, Potato. This is why I'm bringing it up. This isn't the first time he said, I think when we lost to West Ham, he was like, well, it is West Ham, you know? I was like, what? What the fuck is this? But maybe you might be right here, Potato. I'm gonna leave the door open. I am gonna leave the door open for your theory here that maybe he was playing such 5D journalistic chess. He led Ainge into. He's like, if I say something so fucking lame, it will get Ainge to say, no, we want to win every game. You might be right, Potato, and then I'll have to hold that. You might be right. Morler says Mason's only attacking set pieces. Jednek is defensive. Big up Derek Smith. I never want you to tell me anything you don't feel. You come here, you say, Jacob, you're bitching and whining and complaining. Please do. Keep me accountable. Teach me. Help me get through this. Help me not be so upset at this guy being like appointed Everett. I'm trying to move on, but I think it's a product of my ADHD where I get hung up on something and I can't let it go. Like last week was Neil Maupay. We beat him. He lost. He did the celly and he still lost, but I couldn't get over it. And I just kept I just had to keep talking about Neil Maupay's bitch ass. And I still think he's a punk ass motherfucker, if I'm honest. But yeah, I think it's a problem with my ADHD where I get stuck and I get hung up. And I'm sorry, Millsy, whatever your fucking name is. But this is what I'm hung up on. This guy saying, I'm actually going to have to take my jacket off, bro. I'm getting heated because this guy, a point away at Everton is good. But then I get fucking shitted on because I'm celebrating this and that, and they say I'll lower the expectations when a guy on the fucking payroll says a point away at Everton. I'm getting hung up on it. All of this is Levy, says Benny Guy. Elliot says we have a long way to go, like Ainge said in the press conferences before the game, beginning to build. Beginning of a build, yeah. Ainge did say this in a press conference weeks ago, even when we were top of the league. And then they said, oh, you've got to be pretty proud of what you've achieved so far. And Ainge said, we ain't achieved shit. All right. We've just started laying a good foundation for what we're trying to build. And I love that answer. Ainge's answers, I always love Ainge's answers. It's dingleberry questions like a point at Everton that gets me all riled up. Big up Patty Hartnett. Big up Patty. My Limerick Spurs brother says, back from the pub. Great night talking football. 2, Everton's position is false. 3, love the bones of you and your family, buddy. 4, hit the like, you fuckers. And 5, things will be good in the future. I'm clinging on to hope for number 5, my friend. But big up Patty Hartnett every single time. Hope you are doing well. I appreciate Everton's position is false. I do want to give them credit. But also, 90th minute, that's our fault. That's our fault. We went 90 minutes, man. That's a title for Tottenham will always be a dream. Sometimes you got to write those fucking dreams down, put it on a wall, read it every day. But this year, we'll have to accept that it's not on. The 10-game win streak did some of the fans' heads in. It did. We all got excited, up in arms, thinking about all the possibilities, the thoughts and ideas of grandeur. I don't blame any of the fans for getting swept up in the emotions of it, because it is an emotional game at the end of the day. But yeah, not good enough. Derek says, yes, of course, Levy doesn't want to win. He doesn't want to win titles in Cubs because that would increase club revenue, and Levy would never want that. What a strange and obviously wrong mindset, says Derek Smith. Potato says, in fact, Richie was the only one helping out Vicario. No other Spurs player was inside the 6-yard box. Yeah, I don't, maybe I need, Soul Sniper here says the exact opposite, says Richie never went with his man. Maybe I need to watch it back. Yeah, maybe I need to go look at the goal back and watch Richarlison specifically on the set piece. I just more like got to the point of like, why did we concede that set piece? Why are we not retaining the ball in the 88th minute, Brian Hill? God, we need some Jacob and Kuva therapy. I'll see if I can get Kuva on the channel tomorrow. I need some Kuva. I'll tell you what, Rowan Kumar, I need me some Kuva too. I need me some Kuva, man. He helped me feel good. Man, you know what else makes me feel good? Nobbins dancing. I got clips. Maybe a clip would make me feel
you must have had a great view of that.
Wow, unbelievable from the back. Yeah.
Unbelievable from the back. I don't know why I played that one, but Vicario always makes me feel good when I see him. This season, we don't have nothing to look for. Ainge can get us top 4. That's a good start for Ainge. Many top managers like Pep, Wenger, Klopp couldn't make it top 4 in their first season. A very nice point here still, Call. A little, let's have some objectivity, maybe is what the word, maybe that's the word. Because Ainge doing something that Pep, Wenger, and Klopp, did Arteta, did he make it at top 4 in his first year? I know he won FA Cup and then he didn't get top 4 after all that, but Herbie Hurts Feelings says everyone is freaking out for no reason considering the amount of games Spurs have played a full squad. Elliot says Sonny will win the Asia Cup and be back within the week. Hold on. I hope he wins it. Potato blames the kits, peripheral vision and all that. Oh, maybe the cappuccino color not good for the eyes on the pitch, maybe? That's what you're saying? I don't know. Chris Peters says, in the summer, we need a top right back so we can also use Porro in the right wing. I don't think that Ainge sees Porro as a right winger at any stage. He's never, except once, I think it was in the preseason, where he kind of pushed him into that right winger role. Chris says the top DM is Bissouma is too rash and a Madison replacement when he is injured, but can also play on the right. Sounds like we still need a lot of work done. Bentancur and Højbjerg were like opposite poles repelling. I don't know what was up with them two, but it was like Bentancur would have a great turn with the ball and then pass it to nobody. And then the next time he gets the ball, pass it to nobody. I'm just wondering, like, should he have rushed back from that injury? Did someone say Destiny Udogi? Hey, he got an assist on the day. Shout out Destiny every single time. That kit looks like the laundry staff accidentally put white kit with coffee granules instead of washing powder. That's what I'm saying. Cappuccino kit. I like it, honestly. Paul says there's no leaders on the pitch. Young lads can be easily intimidated and they can make necessary mistakes. The occasion can be overwhelming. It's a mentality problem. They need leaders. Interesting point here, Paul, because if like this point here would coincide with what happened with Brentford when Ainge said, I don't want them getting riled up and getting caught in the moment and doing things that aren't pertinent to the match, like the extracurriculars. That is a mentality thing. And maybe the occasion is a little bit overwhelming for some of these young guys. You might be onto something, Paul. I've never seen this name in the chat before, but you might be cooking something. It's a hyperfixation, Jacob. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to move on. But like a point away at Everton? Sorry, I'm going back to it. I'm going back to it. Bentancur and Madison need some time adapting, playing together. Both of them have just come back from long-term injuries, says Still Call. A lot of us are the same, mate. That's how we got that lead shirt off, bro. Oh, don't talk about the lead shirt. Everyone get real upset about the lead shirt. The annoyance is giving you adrenaline, which makes dopamine and makes you focus. Maybe that's, hey, see, Ren, my local ADHD expert here, because I think you got the same. Why is it all goalkeepers? We suffer from the same ailments. This reporter is a disgrace. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. The middle of the midfield is a hole. We do allow a lot of space back there. Yeah, it is wild. That's why I love fighting with strangers when I go to the shops. Hey, be careful there, Ren, fighting with the strangers. Roy Park says Millsy talks like he played the game or is a player. It's very odd. I think he just intimidated by Ainge, didn't want to get screamed at. I totally agree with your frustration. It's very frustrating. Hopefully Spurs will win all 15 games that remain so as you don't be this upset again. Big up Soul Sniper. You know, and if we lose like fair and square, like we go up against a Manchester City and they just broke us down after 88 minutes, I can walk away from that loss. Like, I understand it and I can accept it. This draw, it's hard for me to accept it. A draw at the Emirates, I can better accept that. A draw at Old Trafford, I can barely accept that because United are shit. But historically, Old Trafford is a domineering place. Derek says the interviewer is employed by Spurs. He's hardly going to say, well, that was shit. What are you going to do about it, you big Australian gala? Derek, I love your points of view, man. You always got something good to say. Chris says get Bentancur, Sarr, and Madison in the middle soon. Control the game. Ian McKenna says I'm tripping my balls off. Hey, big up Ian McKenna. Here's some fireworks. There you go. Why did the fireworks quit so quickly? There we go. There we go. That's for you. 10 game unbeaten. Yeah, it was kind of. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't a win streak. I may have said win streak. A good reminder. Big up Faz. We are literally going to hit an hour in the next 30 seconds on the show. I thought this would be a very short stream because, quite frankly, the vibes are not too immaculate. But let's see how the poll and the likes are looking. We've had about 100 people throughout all three platforms for the majority of the show. I'm hoping I'm going to refresh and it'll be 100 likes. Let me see. 64 likes. What are we doing? 64 likes, 94 votes. That's about 30 of y'all that don't want to vote. What's going on here? What's going on here? Scott M says, quote, things will be good in the future. The siren call for a pathetic Levy apologist that wants to win nothing. Now, I do think things will be good in the future. And I'm not necessarily a Levy apologist. And I definitely do want to win something. But I can see your point. Poro had a bad game, but could have hit a worldie. He wasn't far away. I just got a text. And they're saying Poch, rumors are Poch is gone. There's rumors that Pochettino got sacked. Is this going to be breaking news? Did Pochettino get the sack? Oh, shit. My phone's blowing up. ITKs on Twitter are saying that Poch has been sacked. Ask yourself a question, pal. When Spurs appointed Ainge, what did you want to expect from the season? Honest answer, please. And before you do look back and see where you were, where we were going as a club before he came. Patty, honestly, as I'm trying to not get excited, yeah, I need a link. Figure out this Pochettino thing's for real. I'm gonna need Paul to call in if this happens because him and I called it. No, Patty, look, in the summer when we appointed Ainge, I said a few things that I wanted to see. A clear identity, a philosophy that works from the top first team down to the U7s, and we started doing that. I wanted to see a change in our transfer policy. These are all things I felt like we could change in the summer. Ownership was not one of those things, although I hold my opinion on Daniel Levy. I can admit that from a $1 billion business, it's not as easy as fucking putting ketchup on a hot dog to get an owner out. But things that are as easy as putting fucking ketchup, mustard, and whatever the fuck you want on a hot dog. What is as easy as that is hiring people to make better decisions for transfers, for the youth academy, and by getting Angel Postecoglou in return, that would also answer a lot of those things. Yeah, apparently this Poch thing is real. It's going to be confirmed tomorrow, allegedly. But everyone on Twitter is saying Pochettino's been sacked. So you are right, Patty. In the summer, I didn't think we'd be hanging around top 4. I thought maybe a top 5 or 6 with a nice ethos. I wanted to see a cup run, but we didn't get a cup run either. So the cup run thing didn't happen. That's one thing I did want to see. But a lot of the things I did want to see has happened. So Patty, you are right in the sense that like this is part of the growing pains. I'm just frustrated, specifically isolated incident yesterday, 94th minute, giving up that fucking set piece and then allowing them to score on a set piece in the death. That's what I'm more upset. Big picture wise, I'm still all aboard the Ainge train. I'm still all aboard everything that we're doing here because I believe in Ainge. Because even when the club throws this goofy bastard at him, asking the stupid questions like, oh, no, point away at Everton, even when that's thrown at him, Ainge says no. Says, I don't care about what you say. All right? So that gives me hope. First season for Farteta was 8th. What a loser. Perspective is the word. You might be right. I think that was the word I was looking for. Hi, Jacob from Australia. Ainge needs 3 windows to get the squad he wants. If we finish 5th or better, we are in Champions League, and that would be a great year. Honestly, like I've said this, and maybe this is some kind of... Uh-oh, my wife just texted me. Uh-oh. She said, hi, he's waking up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shoot, she ain't going to be happy if Pochettino's getting sacked, if it's true. She ain't going to be happy. She ain't gonna be happy. I don't see it. I don't see anything about Poch, but they're saying tomorrow we're gonna find out that Poch has been sacked. I haven't seen a link that is from a credible source yet, but we'll wait and see. Still want to see you playing the cello. It is cello, man. Vicario was very flappy. He was a little flappy. Jacob's backing Ainge 100%, and I like Ainge is showing his disappointment. Nothing wrong in it. Big up, Luke. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat. Don't know how much longer I can go. My wife is texting me. She's on me. She's pressing me. Scott Chrissy says, Gala is pronounced different, mate. It's a white and pink national bird in Australia. Gala. You might be right. Hey, big up David Calvino. Good to see you. Big up Zeph Zerg. Big up Jacob. Consider the fact that we are only club to have players at AFCON and Asia Cup. It would have been a miracle to have won every game without them. Ainge has been miraculous, says Zeph Zerg. Big up Zeph Zerg. Nothing on BBC yet. It's okay to show that you're disappointed losing 2 points. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. I'm still very annoyed with it, to be honest. Hassam just texted me, said, scroll down, motherfucker. It says Sam in the... Y'all are some frauds. What are you doing? It's pronounced Galar? This whole stream is going downhill because of this guy. I'm blaming this guy. Kuti, can't you see? Yes, I can. Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. I fucking love Kuti Romero. He's the GOAT, and I hope you know. Congratulations. I hope y'all feel good about that, you know? They're saying, Hassam, the group chat is going off saying that he's been sacked. Twitter ITKs are saying he's been sacked. And when they ask for a link, no one can provide a link. So they're all frauds as far as I'm concerned. I think they just want it to be true. He will inevitably get sacked, says Ian McKenna. Do a hill and boot her away. Oh my God. Keep reminding me about Brian Hill. I can't stand Brian Hill. Y'all hear that? That's my phone. That's my... Uh-oh. I'm just live on my channel right now, boo. Are y'all awake? I already know the answer to this question, but I'm just stalling. Galar. Galar. Pronounced Galar. Yana says it's Gala. Means you're a bit of an idiot. Apparently, this word that I can't pronounce is exactly what I am. Dumb. Donkey. Oh, you are a donkey. Is that what you're asking for?
And the donkey's like, ee-aw. That's the donkey. You're a donkey.
Yeah, there you go. Hold that, Hassam. That's a donkey. You're a donkey. Have some shame, Hassam. Yes, have some shame. He's not been sacked, says Danny Kiriakou. Jacob, 100% he's not been sacked. Maybe, but as it stands, he's not sacked. 100% tomorrow's a different. I'm saying that's what they're saying. Don't believe donuts. Oh, I love me some donuts, bro. I could go for a glazed one. I could go for with sprinkles. I like apple fritters, bear claws. Big up Jerome. With the Australian $10 super chat, the first solo dolo super chat of the day says, "Hi, Jacob. Hope that you are well. I'm still not bothered at all for the draw at Everton. Disappointing was a last moment goal, but we still got a point, so I'm moving on." Jerome, I appreciate this super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm still bothered by it personally. Thank you so much for the super chat. Chewy agrees with you, says Dub, Jerome. It still bothers me. I'm still like, maybe I'm just not over it yet. Maybe tomorrow I'll be over it better. We'll find out. Make sure you're here for tomorrow's show. I'll probably be a little bit better mood. But I'm just like annoyed. And again, Jerome, I don't know if you were here, but this guy saying a point away at Everton is a good result? I don't like that because we should have won the game. Going away to anyone in the middle of the table should be a fucking dub. That's my mindset. That I want a dub. If it's anybody below us in the table, and if it's anyone above us, I want to see us give it a fucking go. And we have, by all accounts, the people above us. Aston Villa is the only one that really got the better of us. So that's nice. But a point at Everton's not good enough, man. If we want to eventually try and challenge for a title, if we want to push in a cup, you're going to have to play at fucking Everton away from home and get a result. Excuse me. Fulham at home and get a result. And these are the things we haven't been able to do. And that's the part that I don't like. And this guy, Millsy, saying a point away at Everton is a good result. I don't like it, but the good silver lining for me is that Ainge says we don't do that. We play to win the game. We play to win the game. But big up, bro. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Supporting the channel financially. So if y'all can't hit a like on the chat, we should be at 100 likes right now. But the fact that we're not there, and we got Jerome, the only one who's supplying financials, y'all can at least hit the like. It's free. It costs you nothing to hit a like. There's 80 likes. That's a lot better. Thank you so much to those of y'all that hit the like and say, "Oh, thank you, Jacob. You just reminded me. I forgot." But thank you, Jerome, for your financial contribution to the channel. I appreciate that. A silver lining in every defeat, says Jazz Fusion. Van Dijk was shaking his booty like Ice Spice today. Bro, Van Dijk got turned around like he was in a music video being asked to shake that thing. Or watch yourself shake that thing. So, there we are. Will they fire Poch before the Carabao Cup with Liverpool? You know, this is why I'm saying I don't think he's going to be sacked, but the reports I'm hearing are that he is getting sacked. But I would believe that he's not because he still has a fucking They would be as foolish as Tottenham firing Jose Mourinho 5 days before a final. When do they actually play that League Cup final? When is that? I'm pretty sure someone can tell me before I could Google it. But I'm going to Google it. Carabao Cup final. Let's see. Does anyone? It's February 25th. February 25th is when that League Cup final is. They may sack him February 26th is what my thoughts are. Yeah, Poch has got him to yeah. I don't think he's going to be sacked, but everyone's pissed. There's a lot of people pissed. The guy in the home and away used to say, "You flaming gala." Interesting. I still don't know what gala is. But Jacob, before the stream, you would have been happy with 80 likes, right? Beyond 72? Oh. Well, first of all, 80 likes is beyond 72, so that is nice. But before the stream, no, 80 likes would not have been okay. I'm glad to have 80 likes now, but we can still do better. Come on, we can still do better. There's more people than 80 here right now. There's over 100. What are we doing? See, exactly. You're getting me sucked back in beyond 72. You're getting me back in that roller coaster. I'm not trying to do it. I'm telling my wife I'll go 10 to 15 more minutes. All right, y'all? 10 to 15 more minutes. Because my wife, I have to go. Agent Potch doing his thing at Chelsea. Yes, sir. Hey, big up Jerome. Does 2 super chats from Jerome, my guy. Big up. Says, we've got plenty of draws at Goodison Park. Only once we smashed them 6. I fear more teams fighting for relegation because they are playing to survive. Interesting point. Jerome, I'm going to start from the back end of this and work forward. So the thing with Everton that I even said I think makes them deadly is they are all galvanized. I think all the fans whipped out yellow cards for the Premier League and said they're showing yellow cards to the Premier League or whatever because they got the point deduction. But there is something to be said about these teams that have their backs against the wall, B, believe in the same kind of message, and C, have something extra to fight for. Now, something extra to fight for is to get their backs off the wall. They are, very close to relegation. But, I mean, if they had them 10 points, they'd be in the middle of the fucking table. That's how crazy these tables are right now. I think the league is at a very funny place right now. And that's why, I guess, Jerome, I'm still a little bit upset because, like, this Premier League this year is moving so weird. I think City have 2 games in hand and they play one tomorrow. And if they win both of them, they now go top of the league. So City has literally just been waiting until they can take their little step and then be top of the league. And they're about to take that. And that's the part for me. Like historically, it's the same thing, Jerome, with Old Trafford as well. We got the point. Historically, we'd probably say that's a good point. But I don't care about historically. I feel like I wanted all 3. I wasn't as upset with United away because to me, United, A, are higher in the table, B, a better side, and C, like, they're a Big 6 club. Everton is not. Everton, talent level, is mid-table. You give them back to 10 points, they're mid-table. For us to struggle going away to a mid-table side shows me we aren't where I hoped we were as a side. Because I'm going to get over it, though, Jerome. I have to. We all do at the end of the day. But my whole point of doing this show today was to, A, obviously have my therapy venting session. And B, well, because I, got to keep up with the channel. And C, because I just wanted to, like, get it out, I have to say my piece about Everton. I felt like I did a watch along. I didn't feel like doing a post-match reaction, so I just did the watch along, and I was pretty discouraged, and I was just like, man, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about today, because like I can't find a way to find it in myself to be okay with the point at Goodison, because I want more. I just want more. I wanted all 3 points. When we go away from home, again, you go away from home, you get a point. At Liverpool, that's great. Emirates, Etihad, cool. if we Villa Park, I don't want to draw at Villa Park. I want to win the whole damn thing. West Ham, London Stadium, I want to win the whole damn thing. I don't want to go into it with the mindset of, a point at London Stadium would be good. And I'm not saying you said that, Jerome, but this guy, Milesy, whatever his name is, he said it, and it really set me off. Well, not set me off, but I fucking got hung up on it, and I couldn't let it go. Yeah. Waking up at 4:30 a.m. to see that draw pissed me off. Yeah, it pissed me off too. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. to get ready to watch it at 5:30 a.m. It was quite something. Wolves' last win at Chelsea was in 1979, and they won there today. So I don't want to hear excuses when we go to the Bridge either, because historically Wolves haven't won since 1979, and they did today, because those statistics don't matter when it comes to today or tomorrow. Those statistics don't matter. So us not being good at Old Trafford didn't matter. We should have got the 3 points. Us historically not doing well at Goodison doesn't matter. We should have got the 3 points. That's my point. That's where I'm at. Chelsea's next 3 fixtures before the finals: Villa, Palace, and City, all away. He'll be gone before the final, says Spurs King. It'll be interesting to see how things play out. We wake up tomorrow morning and it's Poch is gone. Goodbye, Poch. It might be funny. Might be something. When you next talk to Paul Hotspur Hippie, ask him how to say gala. All right, I will. Gala. Gala. Big up Chang says a very good morning. Good morning to anyone who's in the GMT time zone. We pick ourselves up again and we keep pushing on regardless of what other clubs do, and we keep believing. Come on, you Spurs. Big up Chang every single time. Good to see you in the chat as always. Join me for the halftime. Our spirits were pretty high at halftime because we had done all right, and I just want to see another half of that, and we didn't do it. Everton was a Big Six club not long ago. They were one of the 5 breakaway clubs to form the Premier League. Yeah, but that was in the 90s. Then they formed the Premier League. Is that what you're talking about? Everton have won the title 9 times, but it's only the results this season that actually count for whatever team. Yeah, that's my point. It's like, we just got to go. We got to beat them, man. We got to beat them. You saying what a lot of us are feeling, Jacob? Great therapy for me, at least. Yanis, yeah, and I'm trying, again, the only positive I'm really taking away from that is Mickey Van de Veen is the bee's knees. He is a hot knife cutting through warm butter. The man is so smooth. Every tackle he does is so clean, and he always wins the ball. His pace to get in behind him and save us. Man, he is such a good player. That Mickey Van de Veen. Wow-wee. Mickey Van de Veen. Lucas says it's the fact that we were 2-1 up and bossing the second half, and we didn't put it away. And then we lost the 2 points. That's what I'm saying. And this is something that's happened. It doesn't matter who the manager is. We've just done that. I always think about West Ham at home. We were up 3-0. And they scored a goal in the 80-something minute. And then 2 more. And it was just a capitulation. I know that's fucking years ago. But it's just, it feels like that. Should have won. But somehow, some way we didn't. Wolves also missing what I believe is their best player who plays for South Korea with Son. They are missing Son. Also, Brentford they're missing people too, I think. Big up Bob Encounter says, we want them to keep Poch. It would be just our luck that they fire him and get better right before we play them again. I did kind of want to go and serve it to him at the Stamford Bridge, to be honest. Absolutely would have loved to see that. Stateside Lily Whites. Howdy, Jacob. Big ups joining late. Big up Stateside Lily Whites. Good to see you in the house. Lateness is greatness, my friend. And the beautiful part about these is you can always go back and watch from the beginning. But it's a lot about me bitching and complaining. So I don't know if you do, but maybe you do. Never type Donald Trump says billions. Billions. He says it very funny. Beyond 72, Van de Veen, City and Liverpool. I don't know what this means, but fuck them both. Yeah, we got Mickey Van de Veen and they didn't. Haha. I like to see it. But look, y'all, I did have some more stuff I want to talk about, but for the sanctity of time and my wife and my family, I'm going to try and stay married. I'm too damn ugly to get divorced. So I am going to leave it there. It is a little bit shorter than usual. But I do appreciate everyone who has tapped in. Chewy's let me know 92 likes. You know what? That's all right. If only 92 people want to like, then 92 people are going to like. If Tottenham want to concede a set piece at the death, Tottenham are going to concede a set piece at the death. And I think the sooner, it's just, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I do appreciate y'all who hung out. There's over 100 people throughout the entirety of the show. So honestly, y'all's support is immense. Whether you're a rival or a Tottenham Hotspur fan, I do appreciate y'all supporting the channel. And let me make sure I say big ups to Jerome every single time. He hit us with 2 big super chats. Thank you so much, Jerome, for sponsoring today's show with your 2 generous super chats. I have set up a redirect to send you over to Footy Judge Mo. They're doing a panel show over there. So when you get on over there, just say Jacob Raid or Kois. One of those will work. But again, y'all, I do appreciate it. Just stay right here. I'll send you on over there. Make sure he knows I sent you. And hit a like if you haven't hit a like. Thank you, Yanis Rubilis. Hit the likes. It's absolutely free. And the shine will come up in the morning, Jacob. Derek, you are absolutely right. Tomorrow, we're going to resume immaculacy. Immaculacy? I don't know what the right word is. But tomorrow will be a better day because guess what? We get to look forward and not back. So isn't that quite nice? But big up Yanis. Make sure you are hitting the likes. Big up Mr. M. Says, hey, Jacob, come on, you Spurs. Kois, as always, we needed the 3 points. Mr. M, I've just complained for about the last hour and a half about the 3 points that we should have gotten, and instead we walked home with the lonely one. But look, I'm going to send you over, again, to Footy Judge Mo. Just say Jacob Raid or Kois. Either one will work. But until next time, folks, we'll see you here tomorrow, mañana. Hopefully, y'all will join me as well. Maybe even have a Kuva. I'm going to talk to Kuva. We'll see if I can get him on, and he'll pick up the vibes where I've left them. But as always, folks, this has been episode 148 of the Untitled series. I do appreciate y'all tapping in. If you are on playback, big up yourself right now. I appreciate you. I see you. Let's see if we could get to 150 likes on playback. Y'all always help me out there on playback. Y'all be helping me out. So help me out again. Here we go. But as always, folks, I need you to do a few things before I say goodnight and goodbye. I need you to stay blessed. Yes, that's right. I've been bitching and complaining, but I still need you to stay blessed. I need you to stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Of course.
Spurs of America with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.